the magic happens. This is where you're going to check people out. This is the system that's going to keep track of our inventory, keep track of our sales, keep all of our customer information so that we know exactly where everything is. When you open up LightSpeed, this is the first page that you typically will see. This is our dashboard. The nice thing with this dashboard is you can kind of create your own dashboard and kind of keep track of the things that you want to keep track of. On mine right here, I always have the weekly sales comparison, so I can kind of compare what we're doing this week compared to what we've done in the previous week. So just kind of give me an idea of what the trend is kind of looking like. You can change this to months and different things as well, but I always like to just see week to week. And you can have all these other widgets and little tabs and different things that you can look at and keep track of. To be honest, the ones that all the salesmen will have is a top sales by user, which is just the daily sales that you can see and who's selling the most every day. And then they'll usually have the same one, but they'll change it to a weekly one. So you can kind of see who's leading in the weekly sales category as well. And so again, those are something you can kind of play with and make your own, kind of keep track of what you'd like to keep track of. What we're going to go over right now is how to use the actual point of sale system. So when you've signed in, if you get to this page, up in the top right hand corner you'll see a little pricing gun. That little price gun is what you're going to click on, which will take you to our point of sale system. Okay, so now that that has loaded, this is the point of sale system. So there's a couple of different ways to use this, and the Elder Store and Sister Store do use these a little bit differently, and so again you'll need to know kind of how each of those work. You'll see on the left hand side here you have a little number pad, which doesn't really get used all that often, but the big thing up here is you'll have your customer pad or your customer creation point. So you can click this new button and create a brand new customer, and this has the information that you need to fill out whenever you have any kind of a sale here. This will have the customer's first and last name. Where it says company here is where we want to put their mission information if they're a missionary, so that we know what mission they're serving in. You have multiple places for phone numbers. Big thing you want to make sure you get is the home phone number or parent's cell phone number, because the missionary's cell phone, which is what they'll probably give you if you don't specify, is not going to be very useful to us if they're going on a mission. So we want to make sure we get the home or parent's cell phone numbers. There's a spot for an email. Again, we want to have the parent's email here, and then we have the billing and shipping address. If those are different, you can fill them out separately. If they are the same, if you click this button, so I'll show you here, if we have here just an address, down here at the shipping location, if billing and shipping is the same, there is a little copy tab. You just click that, it automatically puts what was in the billing address into the shipping address, and so it makes it a lot faster for you. Then the one big thing is you want to make sure you come up to this options tab. These are specific options that we created for these customers so that we can keep track of their measurements for alterations. So we have here their neck size, their sleeve length, their waist size, their outseam, their chest measurements, their height and weight, which we don't usually fill out, but if we need to, especially if it's an online or web order, it makes it a lot easier to know how we fit them, and then their shoe size and their MTC entry date. These are all informational things that we need to have, because if we don't fill these out, later on down the road when we have to fix an alteration or we have to do a 2-year guarantee, we need to know this information so that we can recreate what we did before. So make sure that you fill out not only the information tab here, but also the options tab for everything else that we need to have. Once you've created those, you just hit save at the bottom, and that will then create a brand new customer here. Now I'm not going to create a brand new customer, I'm just going to pull up a customer, which this is if a customer is coming back for a return visit to shop for more items. You can search for their already created profile here at the top. We just want to make sure that this is on the customer search tab, and then we can just search for their last name. So here I've got a couple of different profiles here for the last name that I looked for. We're just going to use the same one that we had when we were looking at the SROs. And so now this is Ed Stokes, who is now our customer that is saved in the system, and this already has all of his information saved here for us. Now, the Sister Store uses this a little bit differently. They do have a Sisters tab here, but as I've talked with a lot of the Sisters employees, what you'll do most of the time is you will search for your products. And so up here at the top, as long as we're on the product search code or product search key here, you can then type in whatever product you'd like, and it will come up in the space below. So let's say, for example, we want to look, and again, these are, I'm just going to look up shoes. If you type in shoes, we don't have any shoes. We'll type in Dansko because that's one of our brands of shoes here. And so you can see if I just type in Dansko, I get all the different types of Danskos here. So there's a long list of Danskos that we have. So what you'll want to do if you use this search bar here for products is be much more specific on what you're searching for. And so you just need to know the full name of that product in order to get it to pull up a lot faster. If you're not sure of that product, you can use a basic search such as Dansko, but then you have to search through all of these Danskos to try to figure out the one you need. So again, if you're searching through the product, be as descriptive as you can here and know how that is described in LightSpeed. For the Elders side, we use this tab here, and so if you click on Elders, all of these different tabs will open up for you, and this is basically where all the products for Missionary Mall are. They're all just right in here. They're pretty self-explanatory when you look at the main tabs for each one. For example, we have our $99 suits, we have our dress pants, we have belts, we have ties, we have shoes. And so going through all of these, you just pick on the category that you need. Let's say, for example, we need white shirts. So I have white shirts right here. I click on white shirts, and now I have the options for the white shirts that we sell here at the store. So we have our Arrow brand in short and long, we have our Edwards brand in short and long, and inside each of these tabs, long sleeve for example, we have each size contained within this. So here we have our long sleeve size 14, 30, 31, 14 and a half, 30, 31, and so on down the line. And so from here you just click on the size that you need. And so let's say, for example, for this customer we need size 16, 34, 35. Now it allows you to know that you have actually selected that product and that it is in the cart ready to be checked out. Now when the product is here on the right hand side, you can change a few things in here. The biggest one is the quantity. Up in the top left hand corner, that shows you how many of that product they're getting. Especially with shirts, it's one of those things that missionaries tend to get multiples of. And so for long sleeve shirts, let's say this missionary needed 6, you can change that to 6 and just hit enter, and now that total will now reflect 6 of that same shirt here. And so you can see now down here at our total, our subtotals have changed because we now have 6 of the same product. So you don't need to click on that product multiple times here and have it show up multiple times. You can have it once in your right hand bar and just change the quantity in the top left. And so that's one of the big things that you'll want to make sure you do. Makes your invoices a lot smaller when they print off the receipt, but it also keeps things a little bit more controlled and organized in your receipts and in the customer's profile. So now that we have how we get our products on here and basic layouts here, and you can play with this and kind of see where all these different products are, the more you know about where the products are and how to search for them, whether you're doing it as the elder side with the tabs or the sister side, knowing how to type in each product so that you know what they're labeled as in the systems to come up faster, will make customer satisfaction a lot higher because your checkout times will be a lot faster. You'll be able to get through this a lot quicker. So once you've got all these things on here, we've just got the one shirt, we've got all our information plugged in with our customer, and we've got our totals down here. I want to show you down here at the bottom, there are 3 tabs that you can see. They're at the middle of the screen at the bottom. First one looks like a little sales associate with a name tag. If you click on that, it will open up a little tab on top here where you can change the primary salesperson, or you can add an assisted salesperson. So if someone was helping you with that sale, or if for some reason you're checking someone out for another sales associate because they had to take over another thing or they had to leave, you can change these sales associates and add whoever you need to add in here. So all of our sales associates are just in this tab, so you can change that to match up with someone else. Or you can add an assisted sales associate, and that way they'll be able to know if someone helped you do that sale or helped with the process of that. So those are just something that you can add in there at the end. This next tab over with the little percentage sign and the dollar sign, this tab is a discount sign. And so you can add a discount to the entire order just by typing in what discount you want to apply here. Now I know at the men's store we don't use this discount side because what we'll do, and I'll show you this at checkout, is we use a particular tab at checkout to add discounts. And so you won't use this very often at all in the missionary mall or the men's side. The sister store as well does not use this discount tab, and so this is something that's on here, but again, it will not be used unless given authorization by your manager or John. So again, know that it's here, but you won't be using that. The last one is the tax. It's just a circle with the word tax in it. This is where you can change the tax code or tax location. We have Utah, Idaho, and then US and no tax. The Utah and Idaho are really the only two that you will use if you are applying tax to the order. And this is based on where the customer is from or where they're picking up or taking possession of these items. If they live in Utah and you're shipping it to them in Utah, they just pay Utah sales tax. If they are from Idaho and you're either talking to them on the phone or they are talking to you in person at the store but they're having the items shipped to them in Idaho, they pay for point of reception. So you do need to change that to where they're going to be receiving the products. If they are shipping it to a different location outside of Utah or Idaho, then we just put no sales tax. If we don't have a store location where they're taking possession of these products, then we just don't have to charge them sales tax for that product because they're taking possession of it in a state we don't have a physical store presence. And so those are the only three that you'll use, either Utah, Idaho, or no sales tax. So once you have the correct option picked for that, then you will just click checkout, and this will take you to the final checkout screen. The final checkout screen has the multiple methods of payment where we can pay with a Visa, American Express, MasterCard, or Discover card. They have the option to pay with cash or a check. For the most part, as far as what you're going to be doing, it'll be these options here on top, the credit card options, cash, or check. Now the ones on the bottom here, these ones are options that we use depending on the situation of what you're doing. You can pay with a gift card, and if you click on that gift card, it opens up a gift card option for payment, and it asks for the gift card number here in this open screen. So all you have to do is type in the gift card number, whatever that may be, and hit enter. And if you hit enter, if nothing happens, that means the gift card is not valid or not a gift card that is usable at our store. If the gift card is a usable gift card, it will actually show up a screen showing you the total amount that can be applied from that gift card to the remaining balance. And so you can just use that payment. Once you hit enter, it'll show up and you just hit enter again, and that'll allow you to use that method of payment. These package deal, contest winner, 2-year guarantee, and friends and family options. These are all options that we can use. We use them often here at the Elder store, and I'm sure they use them at the sister store as well. The package deal payment is if we are giving the customer a package deal, meaning they're getting either our free luggage or something like that. You use the package deal payment to pay for the items that are going to be paid for by the store. And so, for example, if we're giving them a free set of luggage, you can type in here that we're giving them free luggage for the package deal, and you type in the amount of that free luggage here so that payment is applied by the store instead of the customer having to pay that amount. Contest winner. If we have a Facebook contest or one of those other contests where a customer has won an item or won a product, you will pay for that product with the contest winner. When you are creating it or checking that product out for the customer, you will just pay for it with this 2-year guarantee tab. Now the reason we have these, and the last one I guess down here is the friends and family, this is how we apply discounts for those customers. So unlike using that discount tab at the front, you will calculate the discount that you need and then use this friends and family tab to pay for that amount of the discount. And so right now our payment is $24.22. I can calculate the percentage of a discount that I need and then change this price to whatever it needs to be, whether it's going to be $10 or therefore, that applied that $10 payment to the balance of $24.22. So now my balance is $14. So that's that friends and family option there. The reason we use all of these different tabs here is so that we can keep track of how much we are giving away in the package deals, how much we're giving away in the contest winners, how many 2-year guarantees that we're doing, and how much that's costing the store, and then also how many changes or what we're doing in friends and family discounts so we can understand how that's affecting business going forward. So again, those tabs are useful tools that we can use to keep track of those different things here at the store.